Well, hello there, beautiful people. It's Trina. Welcome back to my channel. So it's the end of the year, and that's quite an appropriate time to talk about your top used items of 2021. And of course, we're going to talk not about perfumes today, but bags. And I really have to look back. I know I did a video of this last year, and I can't remember what my top picks were. I suspect they might be different because in this batch of 5 bags I have on my table in front of me, there is not one item from Louis Vuitton, and Louis Vuitton has always surfaced in my top. But this year, I think because I've been so busy, once I get into a bag, I haven't been able to change out of it. I've just sort of worn it for a longer period of time, and if it worked out for me, I just kept using it. So the ones I have on the table here are basically more, like last year, a little more work-oriented, a little bigger, and practical, basically. And I love them all. I'll put links to reviews that I have for them. I'll try not to go into too much detail. I don't want this video to go on forever, but let's get right to it. So smallest, at least on the surface, my top pick here is this bag, which I threatened to sell on more than one occasion because it's suede. This is the Proenza Schouler PS11 bag in suede. It's the small pouch bag. I don't think they sell this on the Proenza Schouler website anymore. They still have the PS1, but slightly different versions of it. Not the pouch, but more like the this one with the top handle. This one I added my own top handle on it. Love doing this. And I'm so glad that I didn't sell this one because just the suede is really luxe. And I think if I were to get this into regular leather, it wouldn't have the same rich velvety matte look to it. It wouldn't feel so luxe. I don't think I would enjoy the bag as much as I well and truly do. And the wonderful thing about this bag is that it holds so much. You can fit so much in it. And it still looks great, and it's very comfortable. The straps are uber long. That's the good thing about Italian bags, is that they do tend to make them for longer bodies, unlike the French, I think. So this bag has been absolutely wonderful. And I never usually put these flaps in the front here because then I can just slip in and out of it very easily. Tons of pockets on this thing. Highly recommend if you can get this secondhand, because you can definitely get these secondhand on the market, and they're much cheaper than the original because, yeah, Proenza Schouler is not exactly it's a luxury brand, So that is my first one. Actually, I'm using it right now. It's stuffed. Second one, no surprise, is a camera bag. I'm a big fan of camera bags, and this year I've been tempted so many times to buy a new Luxe Camera Bag. It's a shape that I gravitate towards because I find it so minimalistically, it's beautiful, streamlined, and it looks good, and it's practical. It just fits a lot and looks good. But this one here, it's very simple. Like, there's no pockets on the side, and while that is on the one hand impractical because you want to have a pocket on the outside for your phone, generally speaking. On the other hand, it is kind of very sleek and chic and practical. So, you give up something to get something else. But this bag is actually a very large camera bag, and I've been hauling a lot of stuff around with me in recent months, so this has seen a lot of love. There is one thing that I don't like about it. I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video, I think. This little thing here, I don't think the colors match the tassel. I'm not really a tassel or a bag charm type of person. I have changed out the straps rather permanently for this cheapy Amazon strap that's got some silver and gold detailing, so it goes with pretty much all the metals that I wear, and it's comfortable, it looks great with everything. It's a winner. So that one's gotten a lot of love. And also this year is a newer bag I have in my collection. This is the STAUD, I forget the name of this. It looks like the Lady Dior small tote, and I think maybe that's why I like it. It's leather. I'm very impressed with the quality of STAUD. For the price, I think this is incredible quality. This one's got some structure to it. I would put it up there with Coach, but a very different sort of, different type of quality, I guess. Very accessible. The strap, again, with this is super long, and I can take it off very easily. I love the way it goes on the inside here. I love this sort of basket clothing closing, which is great. I love the minimalist look to this. It looks great and it's very practical. So this has gotten some love too. That's number 3. Number 4 in my top 5 bags of 2021 is a more recent bag. Now it's not a more recent bag. I got it a while ago, but if you've been following me, you know that I dyed this sucker. And ever since I dyed it black, I've been using it nonstop. Loving it, getting tons of compliments on it. It's this messenger bag from Gianni Chiarini, or Chiarini, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I never do. But this is quite large. It fits a tiny MacBook Air in it, and I've completely dyed it. And I'm using it with I've changed out the straps. It did have one shorter strap to hold, but I haven't been using that recently. And it has a strap that matches this color, and I've also dyed it, but it's too short for me, so I've just put on this you know, basic messenger bag type of thing that actually has this little notch on it that emulates the multi-pochette from Louis Vuitton, and I can clip on stuff here, which is kind of neat. And this just goes with, it looks really chic. I have a pair of black sort of patent shoes with silver details on it, and when I wear them together, it just looks great. I get so many compliments too. So this is, and this bag was 15 bucks, fantastic. So a winner there. And, but it's only been this last semester, like this last part of the year that I've been using this, because before it was this ugly, pukey beige and just sat on my shelf. I didn't use it. So there you go. And finally, my 5th pick is gonna have to be this Coach bag. I forget the name of it. I'll link to it. I did know the name of it. It's Python. It's not vintage, but it was from that period where Coach came out with, started to raise the prices again and put out more luxe quality stuff. This is pretty luxe, I have to say. I don't think the lining is like Louis Vuitton, or it's not up to that standard. It's got a little bit of, you know, some synthetic fabrics on the inside, I guess you could say, unlike these, you know, other luxury brands, but the leather is definitely good quality. I've had to replace the zipper pull on this one because it sort of fell off, and I got this secondhand, so it might have been, you know, kind of dead from the beginning. And I also recently made the strap longer by adding this silver detail, and I've because this is really long, so I've had to make the strap shorter to compensate a bit, but it really makes the bag look quite a bit chicer. Chicer, is that a word? I don't know, but I love this bag and I've been using it a lot. It also fits a tiny laptop, and I guess that's a theme with a couple of bags because I've had to work so much back and forth from the office and at home, and it's just been convenient to carry the laptop. And part of the problem is, of course, my home computer is on the fritz. I'm waiting for a new one. The new one's going to be that 16-inch MacBook Pro, so it won't be fitting in these bags. So it's quite possible that I won't be using these in the future. This year has been really tough for me to keep up the pace with YouTube. Not only have I been super busy, but my computer, or I should say computers, multiple laptops, have been really old and on the fritz, and I'm currently waiting back order for a new MacBook Pro 16-inch, which might not fit into these. In fact, I'm pretty much sure it won't. So these might not get as much love next year because they won't be fitting. But when I do get that laptop, I will not even need to use this period really for work, because what will happen is that I'll keep my fancy new laptop at home and all these other laptops, or laptop I should say, I'm just borrowing one from work, at school. So right now my home computer is not working very well, so I'm using one and bringing it home every day, hence the need for these bags. But that will probably not be the case in the future, and if I do carry my computer in the future, I'll need a bigger bag. So that is the situation with the most used bags. These are not necessarily my favorite bags, but I do love them all. I do think they're beautiful, but this year is probably going to be a slimming down of bags in my collection. I have a lot of perfumes I really want to focus on this year, and I have so many, and I'm trying not to buy some, you know. It's so tempting, but especially when you're not going out and not spending money that way, you think, oh, I'm not spending money, so I can go out and spend money this way. But it's probably just better to save money all the time for the future, because you just don't know what's going to happen to you. All right, my lovelies, I will talk to you in a later video, and I'm going to share with you actually some bags that I sold this year and some bags that are on the chopping block. Yes, so I have about 25 bags. Some are new, some are gone, and there's 8 that are on the chopping block. And if I get rid of those 8, then I'll have a manageable number of bags. For me personally, everyone's different with what they feel is a good number, but I want to give all my bags love. I don't like to use I don't like to spend 80% of my money on a bag that gets use for, you know, once or twice in the year. That's not good for me. I want to use them all. Okay, so I'll talk to you in the next video, my loves. Bye, nada. Mwah.